Annyeong! Today we're going to transform Batsy Claro from Monster High into a completely new ghoul. Let's start by removing her factory paint with acetone nail polish remover. All cleaned off. Give her face a quick rinse with soapy water. Now before I do her face up, I've got some other plans for her hair colors. Here I'm sectioning off all the green plugs from the white plugs best I can using a sharp needle or toothpick. After some patience, all the green has been removed. Now even though I cut it as close as I could, there's still going to be little stumpy bits, so I'm going to poke those back inside the head using a blunt object. You can see that the hairline is incomplete, so it's time to give her some new hair. This is a homemade rerooting tool. It's just a drill bit and a needle that's cut at an angle. I like to loop a small bit of hair around my finger and slip it into the eye using the gap between my fingernail. And one plug at a time, we fill in the gap. I'm thinking that some pink and lilac would look really cute in there too. Now we've got to take her head off. Pour some hot water over the head to soften the plastic, and using a towel to shield the heat from your hands, gently tug the head off. It's time to seal those loose plugs that we put into her head using Faber tack glue. Now there's no easy way to do this, you kind of have to feel around for it, and I'm sorry that I kind of went out of frame here. But basically I'm trying to squeeze the glue through the neck hole with one hand, and with the other hand I'm feeling around, pushing the plastic towards the nozzle on the inside so that I know it's hitting all the plugs. I'm going to set her down here for a few minutes to dry. To put her head back on, it's the same deal. Get some hot water, make sure the head is nice and squishy around the neck joint, and pop it back on. Easy peasy. We're finally ready for the face-up. I start off by adding some soft pastels to the cheeks and lips, and then I go right to the eyeline. Keep in mind that lower water lid. I've noticed that face-ups that include this lower water lid line tend to have a bit more realism and depth. Here I'm roughing in the base colors for my eyes. I decided to go with blue. Eyebrows are always a challenge for me. I usually go back and forth quite a few times. Alright, I changed my mind about the eyebrows completely and decided to go with brown. I thought the lilac and the blue eyes and the pink lips were it was too colorful. Before I spray her face with a coat of Mr. Super Clear to seal in the layer, I decided I wanted to blush her body. There's an amazing amount of color in real skin, so adding a little fluctuation and variation to the doll really helps bring it to life. Spray her and wait 30 minutes. time for the paints. I do have to admit, I fought back and forth on her eyes a little bit here. It's better to have a plan because acrylic paint can build up pretty quickly and you don't want to have chunky paint strokes in the eyes, unless that's what you're going for, but you can see I'm fighting it here, and I decided to eventually go with a gradient from lilac to blue. For a finishing touch, I like to add Pearl X powders. It's basically micro glitter that'll stick to about any surface, so I add a touch of water with the paintbrush first, and then put on the Pearl X powders. You can never have too much glitter, right? Here I'm adding large chunks of glitter to her face by applying Elmer's glue first, and then the sparkle. I use Liquitex High Gloss Varnish to add some shine to the eyes and lips. The last thing she needs is hairstyling. I'm using a common method with straws and bobby pins to keep the curls in place while I dunk it in water. If you want some great tutorials for hairstyling, check out Disney Boy 21's channel. Unlike human hair, what sets a doll hair's curl is temperature difference. First, she goes in the boiling water, and after a few seconds, directly into the ice-cold water. I repeated this a couple of times before taking her out, setting her on a towel, and waiting for her to dry. Once it's dry, remove the straws, and split some of the curls for a more natural look. For her outfit, I decided to give her a hanbok with really long sleeves. I think it scales down nicely to fit Monster High, and it looks pretty cute. The best part about the hanbok was that I got to use up some scrap fabric that had just been lying around. If you think Batsy turned out pretty nice, I'm sure she'd appreciate a thumbs up and subscription to the channel. I'd like to give a big shout out to Pierre de la Lampada. You're so sweet in the comment section, I really appreciate it. You're awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Stay artsy. Annyeong!